Allister, to win a game 35-12, in which for long periods, I mean, you had to struggle. I mean, France made it hard for you guys. That must be very pleasing that the scoreline actually doesn't reflect that it was a tough battle out there.
100%. I think test match rugby is always about winning. And when you wrote it before and you said it before, whether it was pretty or not pretty, and I knew it won't be pretty tonight. Obviously we had a bit of execution problems, but what was pleasing to see is when you get to a game in the 76th minute and you see 3 lock forwards in the first line of the chase, then you know you've done something wrong in this team. I've never seen a team chase so hard before. I've never seen a team with disruption and losing the captain on a Friday, and the vice captain deputised, win by that margin, keeping the French drivers. So it's a massive step in the right direction.
And I said, how serious is Warren's injury?
Look, Warren's injury, it's been a bit of a niggle, groin strain initially. So he was managed properly throughout this campaign. And, you know, we gave him as much time until Thursday, where he had to sort of train, and then he landed awkwardly in a line-out session. And Friday, you know, we sent him for scanning. And then obviously, you know, a sonar, he did a sonar. And obviously there was a little tear, which we didn't want to risk him any longer. You know, times you get a medical team that might use, you know, a few other things to get the player to play, but in this case, it was no brainer to keep Warren out of the team and make sure he recovers fully, you know. The team consists of 31 players, and the whole week, Warren hasn't trained with the team. So we have prepared with Jean-Luc, we have prepared with Jaco Kriel, and although he wasn't, you know, he's out for the game, it was never really a big disruption for us. And for me, the way the team tonight coped under pressure, you know, under Eben and the rest of the leaders, and this thing about Eben being the vice captain, it's been planned in Platt already. It's been planned in Platt. It's not like Warren is withdrawn today, so who are we going to make vice captain or who's going to stand in as captain? The players all along knew about who's taking over when Warren Whiteley is not around. And they will know who's be the captain, who will be the captain if Eben is unavailable.
Is there an indication how long Warren might be out for the championship?
At this point in time, I think he will be assessed on Monday again. And I think with the consultation, obviously, and with the medical team of the Lions, a decision will be taken, I'm sure.
Allister, you must be very happy with your defence, not conceding a try.
Yeah, well, it's not perfect yet, but there are mistakes. There are a couple of missed tackles. But I think the big thing about the defence is something you can't coach, is to get up off your feet and chase and go back and keep tackling again. And that is what we see in this team, which is really, really, really exciting.
And so what do you put that change of attitude down to? I mean, you mentioned the 3 locks in 76 minutes. It has been a change of attitude. What do you ascribe that to?
I think we started out as we planned this year. That's a big thing. Preparation time was there, and we could sort of put that in place. We could get it in place. At our training camps, our weekend camp is massive. How do you build team environment if you meet the week before test? You simply can't. Not at test match level. Guys coming, they're busy in a competition, and they come from different provinces. So how do I get a team or culture going if I don't spend time with you? So for me, the guys really became you know, big pals. And there's one common thing, and the common thing, it was hurting last year. And the common goal was to, you know, to set the record straight, and we flip in good players. South Africa, you know, have great rugby players, and there was a lot of criticism. It's not that would have motivated us, but it's just self-pride, and what we bought into a shared value system by the players and coaching team, obviously. And for that we play. For that to understand, it's the inner circle of the Springboks that can fix that. Nothing from outside. It's from inside, and it came from within the players. The motivation is intrinsic motivation. It's not external things.
And on that, I mean, Brendan Venter was a consultant for this series. What's his situation?
Now, the whole coaching staff. It is not just Brendan's defence, but it's a buy-in from Franco to see how important defence is. It's a buy-in from Johan van Graan to understand defensive lineouts and how do you want to exit, and Matthew Prophet in terms of the scrumming. So it's a collective. There's no magic win where you just come and you do that and there all of a sudden things turn. It's a collective, integrated coaching team that we have.
But I mean, Franco and Matt are staying on. They're part of the official. Brendan's a consultant. What's his status?
He's staying on as a consultant.
Yep.
Coach, a message to the fans. What can they expect for the next test?
No, the fans were terrific. I don't think it's what they can expect. What we all understand about Springbok and international rugby is we must win all test matches. We embrace that. But there's no team in the world that will ever get it right to win all games. But what we can assure you is that there will always be effort from a Springbok team going forward.
Allister, guys obviously splitting up now, going back to the super unions. When do they get together, and do you also plan maybe like another a training camp before the rugby championship starts?
No, I think what we did this Thursday, we had our cop doctor. Now, I got the cop doctor in for a session, knowing that we are going our different sort of ways again, and there's super rugby. But remember, we're still brothers. Don't say we're not going to tackle and smoke each other when it comes to derbies. No, we'll do that. But there's something about this team that they enjoy being together. Although we're breaking, they're going away from an environment which is really great. So, yes, the focus will be on Super Rugby, and expect the players to perform in Super Rugby, to make sure that they keep playing well and they're in the 31. I told them, as simple as that. You make sure you're in the 31 now. You can play yourself out of the 31. You can only work yourself out of this 31. And I think the players understand it. And I'm so proud of the fact that we send the players fitter back to their provinces. We hardly had any injuries, and we've worked extremely hard. If you look at the intensity that we play at, and if you look at the impact and the collision, in the collisions, yes. So the players are going back fitter, because we understand that they will be playing in the playoffs for their franchises, and we've got 3 franchises in the running for quarters, So I would like to see that we go to the final and we win Super Rugby this year. That would be the cherry on the cake. And then we'll get more confident Springboks back for the Rugby Championship.
Eben, congratulations, Springbok captain. You must have been very surprised that that's all come about in the last day or two. Were you prepared for it? How did you take it? Just talk us through the last couple of hours or day or two, please.
Good evening everyone. Welcome to the best day of my life. This last 24 hours has been absolutely unbelievable. We've always been prepared. We had, like Coach said, we have a leadership team who knows exactly what we want on and off the field, so it was easy to slot into Warren's place. I mean, Warren has been outstanding in the last 2 weeks. So to take the captaincy over from him has been actually quite easy, working with Elton and Sia also, and B's backing me. And the whole team, I think everyone's a captain in their own position, and it was just so easy for me to take over the role of captaincy.
Eben, we've seen it throughout the series, and again with Rudy's try the end. What is it that you can just see the enthusiasm? What brought that about from a player's perspective? I just keep saying it's from within.
Yeah, I think it's like Coach said, the preparation. We had time to prepare, and then by saying that, we also had time to get to know each other and to get to got close to each other. So you can see there's absolute brotherhood in the team. We really care about each other, and I must say it's probably been the best 3 weeks with the Springboks for me.
Even obviously things went well in terms of the scoreboard and that. Perhaps one small negative, the lineouts weren't maybe as good as in the previous 2 weeks.
Yeah, it weren't as good, but we won, and we're going to work on the lineouts definitely come the Rugby Championship, and we're going to celebrate this one tonight, and then after that we're looking forward to the Rugby Championship, that first game against Argentina.
Did they do anything different this week, that caught you guys, or was it just maybe execution from you guys?
Yeah, I think maybe some execution errors. I must give credit to them that we compete well. I think also we can step it up on our side.
Given the whole atmosphere with the plane coming over, it was intense in the stands, so I can just imagine what it must have been for you guys out on the field. Especially when from the kick-off, that first 5 or 10 minutes, how intense and what a influence did that whole atmosphere had on you guys, especially going up 10-0 so quickly.
Yeah, I think that's Test match rugby. It was running out of on the field with the fans out there was really unbelievable. But I must say, this last 3 weeks, everywhere we went, the fans was really great. The whole atmosphere today, we during the week, was going to almost be a sellout, over 50,000 people. We all looked forward to it, and yeah, I think we were all really happy when we saw all the people out there and couldn't wait to start again.
I'm going to take quick somebody in Afrikaans.
Just Allister, congrats on the 3-0. I mean, you must be very pleased where you are. How pleased are you where you are ahead of a rugby championship? 3-0 and 3 convincing wins in a way.
Yeah, very pleased, Jacques. The fact that we could turn things around. We started out at Loftus, a lot of expectation, from this team. They won that one at Loftus, so it was the B team. So we beat the B team. Then we went to Durban, and we won the series in Durban. It was the A team then. But it wasn't about that for us. It was about a serious business of turning this thing around. Players responded. I mean, it wasn't easy 7 months from then, last year, November, December till now. It was quite very, very tough. And I'm just happy that everyone, from the guy who does the logistics, team manager, everyone chipped in and make sure that the belief is back in the Springbok jersey again. And the crowd definitely was unbelievable, like Eben said, where we played. And there's a lot of small things that contribute to success, a lot of small things. And sometimes you can't measure it. Sometimes it's just a sponsor that came on board that also injects a little positivity into the psyche of where we want to be, where we want to go to. The belief of the people around me, unbelievable. So we will now not break while the Super Rugby is on. We will definitely plan for Rugby Championship, and it's a much tougher competition too. And we all learned from last year with regards to travelling, the travelling on the bus to trainings and back, especially Super Rugby Championship. You must understand that competition is normally won after round 4. If you look at us in Argentina, we play in South Africa, they travel here. We travel to Argentina, we go west, then we go down under, and then we come back to South Africa. So the guys across the Tasman play each other. They wait, and after the 3rd game they start their travel. So that is a challenge on its own. But we will be ready and better plan for that this year.
Okay, one question each in Afrikaans. Thank you, Stan.
Coach, net 'n opsomming van die series asseblief.
Ja, 'n reeks oorwinning is altyd baie soet. Daar's een ding wat ou by die stryding van die destyds toe betrokke was by die Blou Bulle gesê het. Wen is altyd beter as verloor. So 'n reeks oorwinning is ongelooflik. Ek mag my statistiek verkeerd hê, maar ek dink 15 jaar gelede was daar 'n whitewash. Ek is nie seker nie, maar julle check dit, julle ken nie goed. Om hier 'n reeks oorwinning te kry. Ons is baie dankbaar daarvoor. En jy weet, daar's nog harde werk wat voor lê. Ons het nog niks bereik nie, maar dit is 'n goeie begin vir 2017.
Allister is ook julle eerste oorwinning oor die Franse op Ellis Park ooit deur Suid-Afrika.
Dankie daarvoor, Jan. So dit maak dit eintlik meer soeter.
Dankie. Volgende vraag van Eben, laaste vraag. Dankie.
Wel, ek wil eintlik vir Allister 2 weke terug 29.000 mense opgedaag by Loftus. Vandag het 55.000 hier opgedaag. Daai groei in toeskouergetalle, is dit vir jou 'n teken van hoe die geloof of die vertroue van die toeskouers in Springbok rugby besig is om terug te kom?
Nee, dit is Chris, en dis 'n ernstige besigheid hierdie. As jy die gemoedstoestand van miljoene mense moet bestuur week in week uit, en jy weet die mense reageer of ondersteun 'n wenspan, Dis nie so maklik nie. Maar dit is ook belonend en inspirerend hoe jy sien die geloof terug is in Springbok rugby en ondersteuning. Ons bus moet so ompaadjie gery het toe ons hiernatoe kom. Blykbaar was die Franse nog besig om uit te klim. En dit het vir ons regtig waar 'n kans gegee om te sien hoe die ondersteuning lyk en die mense in groen en hoe hulle skree en roep toe soos die bus verby ry en dit sê baie. Ek dink dit is ongelooflik.
Eben, jy het genoem van dis seker die beste 3 weke in 'n Springbok trui vir jou. Kan jy net vir ons in Afrikaans jou, ek weet jy druk veel beter uit in Afrikaans oor hoe dit was in jou eerste toets as kaptein ook?
Ja, nee, het was regtig ongelooflik die afgelope 3 weke. Ek dink van daai kamp wat ons in plek gehad het, almal is my, soos ek gesê, dis 'n brotherhood, almal gee om oor mekaar. Daar's nie meer soos mense altyd sê groepies in die span nie. Almal stel belang in almal se lewe en mense kan regtig sien van die veld af hoe die ouens en actually op die veld hoe die ouens by die weg kom en gewoonlik na 3-4 weke begin mense huis toe verlang, maar ek moet sê ek sommer lus om nog 'n week agter te bly om saam met die coach en die spelers te wees. Nee, dit was regtig lekker en om 'n 3-0 reeks te kry was nog beter en ons kan môre huis toe gaan. Bly hoor dat ons bereik het hierdie afgelope 3 weke. Mag glo my ons sien regtig uit vir die Rugby Championship.
Dankie. I'll bring 3 players afterwards. Thank you.